Before I launched my marketing company, I worked as a medical biller. And some of you may already know this. It really just depends on how long you've been around. But my job was very simple. As a medical biller, I had one job, and that was to make sure the doctors got paid on time. And if I really liked the physician that I was working with, I was very obsessive, and I always made sure they got paid the max amount on every single claim. Maybe you know how medical billing works, maybe you don't, but you can't just rely on vibes and hope. You have to rely on systems, integrations, tracking, and clean workflows. And this is where my love for systems and tools originated, because I realized that the right systems, not only did they allow me to get my time back and just make me a better employee, but they also protected revenue and they made cash flow way more predictable. Over the years, I have always been a system queen, and I love any type of systems that are going to help me get my time back and they're going to help us reach the bottom line, and that's helping our practices excel. In this video, I'm going to share 3 of my favorite tools that I use each and every day to help our practices take it to the next level. Now, I'm not going to give you a tutorial or screen share how to do, but I am going to share the tools with you guys because I definitely think that they are worth talking about. I love them so much. I feel like I have to shout it from the rooftops. And as a bonus, I will have all of the links for all of them if you want to go try them out for yourself. Maybe you want to share them with your internal marketing team, whatever you want to do. But if you are ready to implement real strategy, then definitely book a discovery session with yours truly. My very favorite tool, in no particular order, is Call Rail. Now, we use Call Rail for many things. It has lots of different features, but one of my favorite is call tracking. I always say that great marketing will expose internal flaws inside of an office very quickly. It happens all the time. So we use call tracking so we can track phone calls, because what I realize is that a lot of practices, they're just doing things in the dark. They don't really know what's driving the phone calls. They don't know why patients are filling out inquiry forms or booking appointments. They have no idea because they're so focused on new patients, which I did make a video about that, about the dangers of focusing on new patient acquisition only. I'll link that video here, so make sure you go watch it. However, most practices fail when it comes to proper tracking. They fail when it comes to tracking the proper metrics that will take your practice from 0 to 10x. So that's why we use Call Rail, because we can track to see what's going on. And I'll give you a perfect example of how we use it with our practices. So say if we have 3 clients that filled out inquiry forms online, or maybe they called. Let's just use that example. They called the office. We hear the phone calls, but for some reason, these callers did not book appointments. It's time to peel back the onion, to listen to the phone call, to see why the caller did not end up on the schedule, because that is the overall goal, that the conversion is the goal. You will be surprised. When we track phone calls, we hear so many different things, which creates opportunity for improvement. For example, your staff might be rude or monotone over the phone. Maybe they gave pricing information when they shouldn't. Maybe they were given medical advice when they should have just booked them for a consultation. We hear so much, but these are bottlenecks and these are limitations as to why patients do not end up on the schedule. We already know the interest is there because they called or they submitted a form on the website. So why are they not on the schedule? Call tracking helps us peel back the onion to find out what are the bottlenecks, why people are not scheduling, or most importantly, it allows us to track where the majority of the traffic is coming from. And then if we know what's working, we capitalize. We do more of what's working and we stop doing the shit that's not working. Very simple. I love Call Rail. My next favorite tool is ManyChat, because ManyChat will automate most things for us. So if we onboard a new client and we know that one of their goals is to get more Cheri signups, more care credit signups, we integrate a ManyChat automation that will push these signups, that will get more people directly to the link. For example, we all know with Cheri, you guys have a personal link. There is a specific link that the patients need to click in order to apply. With ManyChat, you're able to take that link, you can set it up with an automation, and then it will automatically send to clients, increasing the chances of more signups. Again, ManyChat is another one I love. You can even go a layer deep with ManyChat and kind of get the system to start conversations with your clients, if you will. Now, the third tool that I absolutely love is Metricool. I have been a fan of Metricool for I don't even know how long I've been using it. Shout out to Latasha James. We love her. She put me on Metricool years ago and I have been obsessed. I've used so many different tools similar to Metricool. Nothing will compare. Let me just be honest. Call a spade a spade. Metricool, another tool that has many great features. One of my favorite features inside is the competitor analysis tool. This is how we use this tool. We literally plug in all of the med spas or aesthetic practices or plastic surgeons, whatever the client is. We plug all of the ones that are in the local area in the tool. Now, this is a great way to spy on your competitors, but I'm not talking about like spying on them in a way where you're stealing their stuff, because that's very tacky and I will never ever encourage that. But I'm talking about spying on the things that are working systematically. We can look and we can see, okay, well, talking to the camera videos are working better this week that the system can pick up on. And we're not going to copy, but we can definitely use that information to improve our marketing strategy for our current accounts. These are the tools that I am overly obsessed with. Remember, I will link them down below. If you have any questions about anything in this video, or maybe you need help implementing strategy to make these tools work for your practice, because we all know a tool is just a tool, but if there is no action behind it or no strategy, then it's just that, a tool. So I'm here to help you if you want to put any of these tools into place. Thank you so much for watching. Thank you so much for being here. And I will see you guys next week with a brand new video. Bye for now.